Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, I just needed to kind of rest my voice and get a drink of water, because I've been talking like a girl for a long time now. So, anyways, now let's continue talking to Edgeworth. How about Lana? Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
His knife? Jeez, looks like somebody was trying to set up Edgeworth. To be specific, it was the knife kept in my toolbox in the trunk of my car. Woo. Well then. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can you take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
How is that supposed to be funny? That is not funny. I don't understand it. Anyways, let's examine his award there. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's...
K stands for King?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I designed the thing.
King of Prosecutors. Kinda like Employee of the Month, only better.
King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record. Alright. So we got that. And now, let's present it to him. Because, why not? So, in other words, you were the best of the best this year, huh? You take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department ceremony to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, correct? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? You've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Sure. Why not? Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and rewards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. And apparently it's in, military time. This is a parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back?
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the premises? I am Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. Got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir?
No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
Made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Poor Mr. Meekins. That's not the last of him we'll be seeing in this case. Right. Yes, sir? Yeah, caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Going in the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Alright, let's do as Edgeworth says and go to the police department. Hello, Angel. Yeah, police department entrance.
Ooh, we're finally here! Why would they put the detective so far away from the prosecutor's office?
That does seem like a bad idea. There's like almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Hold on, what's that? Yeah, what is that? Blue thing. Oh man.
Disturbing! Why does it undulate like that?
Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What, well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know that I'm a very busy man, pal. You don't seem busy if you're over there dancing by a Blue Badger thing. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's been plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect, Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! Chief Prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically!
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days. I don't know about Gumshoe's voice. Don't know what kind of voice to give him, really. So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. We're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? It is a little odd. So anyway, I thought I could spend the day getting the patch dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of a crime scene? It's unheard of, pal. Yeah. But anyways, we need to present some things. Firstly, Goodman's ID card. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that give me so much trouble all the time. Me and Detective Gumshoe must drop this card a lot. Let's see. Where's Goodman? Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But don't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Also, we need to present a prosecutor trophy while we're on the screen. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. Got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield?
And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He's even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, we've heard about the rumors. Alright, so that unlocks 2 new talk options. Or maybe we have to talk about Bruce Goodman first. So this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a Gumshoe detective like myself. Such a Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
That's a good point. Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but what is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot? I'm honest confessing as much. Yeah, anyways, I thought we had to present that. Anyways, maybe we have to present both the knife and stuff and the award. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have begrudged against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Okay, so now we can talk about it. You have to present both of them, I think, because if you present one of them, I don't think it. You have to present either the parking ticket or the knife, as well as the award, I think. Yeah, that's a spot again. Well, I'll start with that murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. Yeah, that was kind of a rough spot for Edgeworth.
But Edgeworth was found innocent!
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him!
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people will be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case is the start of the rumor. People say that the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? We know that's not true. But now that's the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Or he just got assigned to the case? Anyways, let's examine that blue... I was gonna call it a bad name, but I'm not going to. That blue thingy over there.
I was wondering about that.
What, the dancing blue badger? My masterpiece. Is anyone surprised that Gumshoe made it? Because I'm not. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? Chief threw to get us some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
Battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so just dance until the batteries die.
Poor our Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops.
And we get the Blue Badger to the court record. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you!
Why aren't you handling this case, Detective Gumshoe? You met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He's appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe added to the court record. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just like this if you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Anyways, we got the letter of introduction to, from Detective Gumshoe. And, there you go. So, back to the crime scene. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here?
Hello?
Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Looks like she's, I don't know. She's got a lot of boyfriends. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. That's for sure. Even though it's not going to get us anywhere, let's talk to him.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
See the crime? Cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something that catches interest? Yeah, let's do that. That would be the, letter of introduction. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters from me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of this introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Great, Detective Gumshoe, I owe you one. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Officer Marshall isn't a detective, he's a patrolman. That reminds me of something.
That is odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hoot. Let's have a hootenanny. Hootenanny. It's the best word ever.
Note to self: police investigations are like selling land. Want us to write? What do you say?
They won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. Anyways, let's talk to Detective Marshall here. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? His last name is Goodman.
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Oh, cool, we get the autopsy report.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention it, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
One might make that analogy, I guess. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives until 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Ugh, interesting. Anyways, time to examine some things. First off, the phone. The orange phone. You know, it looks kind of yellow on the ground to me. Maybe it's not. I don't, maybe it doesn't look yellow. I am colorblind, so yeah. It looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, let's check it out. Right, let's check it out. It's automatically doing that, by the way. Alright, so we can rotate using these wheels, which we didn't have to do with the wallet because the snap was like right on the front, but what we have to do is examine the blue button on the side to open it up.
The display is still on the redial button.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you call. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's just check this phone out. And by checking the phone out, we mean pressing random buttons. Because that's always a good idea. Now, I wonder who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, if its attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Hey, that song, I know that.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it off. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this.
Who did she call? Ghostbusters!
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Phoenix, you're totally lying, right? Totally. Anyways, we also have to examine the car. What's this? Why am my S's whistling today? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right. Let's see. 67S 122.
There's a name printed on the paper above it. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Alright, so we got Goodman's note. That's all we can examine, really, so... time to talk to Detective Marshall. Some more. About Lana Skye.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How could you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? You bet there is, Phoenix.
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Ugh, I don't know.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it.
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
By the way, arranged testimonies aren't even illegal. Most of the time, if you're a prosecutor and you don't know what your witness is going to say, you're not a very good lawyer. Just saying.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Bambina, it's your sister, Chief Prospector Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals.
What? You're saying Edgeworth's making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets.
Or as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? My S's are whistling today. Huh, interesting.
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the sky. To the sky? Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Seal Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. I knew you were lying, Phoenix. Because I can see through your lies. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Alright guys, this is it. Hopefully, it actually recorded the whole investigation this time, or else I'm going to be very angry again. But anyways guys, this has been Smileyz. I do hope you enjoyed this part, these parts, whatever. If you did, please leave a like and leave comments. I enjoy reading your comments. I do read all of them. Even if I don't respond to them, I definitely still read all of them. But anyways, this has been Smiley's, guys. Like I said, I do hope you enjoyed, as I said before, and I'll see you guys in the next part where we take on the first trial of Case 5. So I will see you guys then. I hope you have a great day, and peace out.